Hey Cancer, it's Amber here, Persephone Jenny Tarot. I really do hope that you're very well. This is for you Cancer if you have your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, or even your descendant in Cancer. So if you are a Capricorn rising, you may find this video helps you or has got some messages for you, as Cancer would rule your 7th house. Or if you have your ruling planet in the 7th house. Sorry, no, that doesn't make sense. If you have, like, say for instance you're a Sagittarius but your Jupiter is in Cancer, again, like these readings, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius but it's in the sign of Cancer, you will find that it's the Cancerian energy still kind of ties into your life path, and we'll probably be able to give you some perspective on your situation. So yeah, astrology is really interesting. I should really read more about it. Yeah. Although I know quite a lot about it, but yeah, it's a very interesting subject. So yes, thank you for being here. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Everyone who has already, I do appreciate it. Please do visit my website to look at my lovely products. They are amazing. I'm sure that you will like them. There's postcards. You can buy a pack of 12 where you get like a postcard for every zodiac sign. At any point during the year, your friend has a birthday, you can just pull their card out if they are a Cancerian or other sign and write something nice on the back and pop a stamp on it, put their address on it and send it to them, and it's done. And it's a nice, quirky, cute card that they can keep for a long time. It's quite a lovely illustration here as well. It's quite a unique illustration again of Cancer. And it's also a description of the Cancerian traits here as well, so it's very kind of personal and meaningful and quite sweet, rather than just a normal card that says happy birthday, love you, have a good time. You know, it actually is very personal to who they are, and it celebrates who they are as an individual through their sign. So, and it also gives an opportunity as well to just write something very unique. It's just a very unique way to celebrate someone's birthday. I think it's on the greeting card. So you can buy a pack of 12, so you've got a pack of 12, or you can buy them individually. Just let me know, email me. These will soon be on my site, but so far what I've got on my site is the cups, and I think that you will like them. I've also got posters as well, and I plan to do more as well. I've got chakra mugs, I've got Egyptian inspired mugs as well. So yeah, there's lots going on and lots to come. So yeah, check it out, symbolsforliving.com. All the details will be below. And also you can book your own reading there as well on my website, or you can email me at persephonejennytarot@gmail.com or symbolsforliving@gmail.com. I've got 2 email addresses. Yeah, you can get in contact with me, and I'll be more than happy to book a live Skype session or live Google Hangouts, or maybe we could do some other, there's so many different apps now you can use for live reading, or I can do a pre-recorded one for you as well. Just let me know. So that's me rambling on. I'm sure someone's really going to want to timestamp that, but I would appreciate if you listen to listen to it. But yeah. Okay, so we do see you here with the King of Cups, your card. And then interestingly, we've got your opposite here, the Devil. This will be Capricorn, this will be Cancer. So I have a feeling, looking at the cards overall, that you seem to have met a Capricorn person that you want to settle down with. That's pretty much the gist of this. Someone that you see a long future with. You may be hoping to bond with them, you know, create some more rapport, more understanding. You may want to deepen the bond in some way with this person, socialize more with them, and just looking to deepen the emotional bond with them. Maybe through communication, you may want to talk with them, go out with them more. Maybe you see a lot of potential here for this person, but are yet to see the fruits of it, because you've got the King of Pentacles in the near future. So maybe this hasn't, maybe you've decided you like this person and you're pretty much fixed on them, and you're, you know, you love them, or you've got a lot of emotion towards them, you care for them, but maybe it's going to be in the future that this Capricorn person actually becomes more of a more consistent, solid figure in your life. I can see here as well with the Page of Swords, yeah, maybe with this bonding, you are kind of, you've got lots of questions, you know, you want to know if you can trust them. Here, with the Five of Swords, you may not feel, maybe you feel this person has ulterior motives with the devil card. Maybe can't totally be trusted, has got things up their sleeve, or isn't showing you everything. Something maybe making you feel a bit off because you've got quite good intuition. So maybe you just feel like something is off, and that could be why you're like with the King of Cups here, not really expressing so much of how you feel, sitting on your feelings, but still you can't deny with King of Cups you are focused on one person, most likely, you know, with King of Cups. You're focused on them, and I think they are a Capricorn. Could be another Earth sign, could be a Virgo. We've got Virgo here as well. That's the Mercury energy is quite strong here, and so I think, yeah, communication between you is quite good. Communication is quite key, I think, as well for this connection, this new person that you could be meeting, or the person that you're interested in. Yes, you do have a lot of questions, and Spirit is saying, yeah, go ahead, ask those questions. With the Page of Swords, that Spirit saying, yeah, please do ask those questions. Make yourself feel, you know, ask questions that you need to make yourself feel more comfortable with the situation. Yeah, so you can figure things out with this person. But the Ten of Coins does show that overarching, I mean, this is quite natural, I think, for a Cancerian person. You love family. My mum is a Cancerian. She's just fixated on family. Family just, for her, is everything. And I think that's natural for most Cancerian people. That family, you know, that family bond, the loyalty, the having people that you can depend on and always being there for them too, and focusing on them and enriching your family and strengthening your family, like that's really what's important, and that's what you're focused on. So you could be wanting to ask questions with this person, like, are you here just for fun? Is this just a Three of Cups thing where it's quite superficial and lighthearted, or do you want something long term? And it looks like with the King of Pentacles, this person does turn out to want something long term. But this could also be that this person's quite stubborn. So I think you're quite worried about falling on your face with this person, like, you know, getting all carried away, and that's why you're holding yourself back, only for them to turn around and say, actually, no, I was just entertaining this because I thought it was fun at the time, and yeah, I got what I wanted if it went that far, kind of thing. You're worried that that would happen, so you're not getting carried away, which is probably quite wise. However, the Devil card would suggest that in the past that there was some sort of sexual activity. There was something that went on that was a bit taboo, or a bit indulgent. You know, maybe you feel you went too far with this person with the Devil card, and maybe now there is an attachment. You maybe feel there's a very strong attachment to this person, but you're a bit worried that, you know, is this real? Is this person really bonding with me, or are we kind of just friends with benefits? Like, what do you want? Do you want the Ten of Coins or not? And I think those are the questions that you're asking this person. Otherwise, if you're just completely single, you know, single as a Pringle, as they say, you're just very, I think that you probably do have your eye on someone, but you may not be saying anything because you're going to hold out for this person that can actually give you longevity, security, loyalty, and a genuine kind of family-like future, you know. Okay, so for your partner, they see you, they feel like you're moving away from them, and they might not know what to do about it. They might be kind of confused as to what should I do. They may feel like anything that they do is the wrong thing to do, you know. They could also feel like you're up in your head, or this person could be up in their head, not able to really see the forest for the trees, not able to see things clearly. They're too clouded by their own doubts about love or the situation. This person could also be fearing moving into a more committed relationship. You know, maybe they're quite comfortable having their freedom, having you know, having lots of choices, and have maybe not given much thought to the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Not really given much thought to that. Maybe not thought it was possible. I mean, the Capricorn energy may be like that. The Capricorn energy may be like a little bit more pessimistic when it comes to love. I know a Capricorn lady who just, I think she's in her 40s. She's doing very well in her career. And she just does not believe in relationships. She doesn't believe that there's any point in worrying about it because she doesn't feel she gets anything out of it. And she feels much more satisfied with her work and building her life and buying houses and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn that maybe has lost faith in love for whatever reason. Maybe not out of, heartbreak, but just disappointment. Just like, love isn't what it cracked up to be. However, the Eight of Cups would suggest that this person knows that something is missing in their life. And they may very well want to go and explore that. They may want to explore that with you. This could be them leaving, potentially, because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to. They maybe you're with the King of Cups here, not being very expressive, and they don't really know what to do, so they just kind of move on. Because of their own doubts, they kind of talk themselves into it, like, oh well, Cancer's not talking to me, so I might just move on. Love never works anyway. I'm not going to stick around and just wait around. I'm going to just, it could be like a lot of talking themselves out of it, and just moving on. So it could be that as well. So for some of you, it could be very different stories. But usually with the Eight of Cups here, I don't usually see it as a breakup, and I usually see it as a progression towards success, a progression towards a deeper love, a more meaningful love, a more enriching love, true love. So I feel this person may feel like you're walking away though, or you're moving away, you're moving on. I can read it like that. But I don't see this person really moving away though. With the Eight of Swords here, it's like there is no movement. Or they're finding it difficult to move past their own doubts about love though. But they know they need to. And they could either choose to be brave about it and go for it, or they could choose to just say, oh, do you know what, I can't do this. And that could be why you're like, okay, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to like put everything out there and this person flakes on me. So you're just like not really being that expressive maybe, but you do like this person. I think you'd even remain this person's friend. You'd always probably care about this person. So in terms of what motivates them, we've got the Sun card and the Four of Cups. So they could be looking for clarity. So what's going on that you don't know is that they do think you're a soulmate. They do feel like they've found someone that they're very compatible with. Someone who they maybe feel that they can be completely honest with. And that does bring a lot of warmth into their life. Yes, they feel like they've met their match in some way, or they've met someone that's very compatible. So definitely I feel like you've moved them. There is a deep connection there for them. But still here with the Four of Cups. So this might be why you're like, no, I don't want to be humiliated with the Five of Swords. I don't want to feel like get dejected after putting all my effort in, because maybe this person is like, I see that this person's special. I see that this could work, but I'm not accepting this cup. Maybe because of a past love that they're still not really hung up on, but they've got some sort of, they don't really maybe want to bond. This person may not be very good at like bonding with new people, or yeah, maybe they have had a past love that was like in their eyes perfect, but our memories of things are always better or worse. They say that we never actually remember things exactly as they were, that we tend to fill in a lot of blanks. So, this person may have had, in their mind, like the perfect relationship in the past. And until they get that, they're not settling down with anyone, And I know a Capricorn like that, actually. Waiting for that perfect person to come along. And until then, they kind of play about and have fun. So yeah, maybe you're dealing with someone like that. I don't usually see the Eight of Cups as a moving on card though, but it does look like this person may have fears around moving forward and therefore may run away from the situation. But there's 8 cups they're leaving behind. So it's like the potential, they definitely, with the 8 of cups and the Sun card, they fully see that there is potential here for it to be great, but they can't get over their own pathological almost or habitual patterns of thinking. They loop back into it. They need something to kind of trip them out of it, which would require them stepping out of faith. You know, it would require this character to walk away from those swords, walk through the swords with her red dress, and the red represents courage. And they're both wearing red here. So courage is an issue. Being brave is an issue, stepping out. And interestingly enough, I wasn't going to say it, but I just did Capricorn's reading and it was pretty much a similar thing, this issue of not being able to be brave and take a chance on love. But this is only for November, so we never know, you know, it's not like a forever thing. But for now, yeah, that's what's happening, it looks like. But they do recognize you as someone who's a soulmate, someone who they can totally connect with, and that there's a lot of potential here. Yeah, they do like you a lot, I would say. I think you guys are probably very good friends. I think communication is probably pretty good between you. Or there's some sort of ease in connection. So let me just drink this. Sorry, one moment, sorry. So in the past, we've got the 2 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. So this person in the past, yeah, didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to talk about it. They don't want to deal with their emotions. They don't want to have to make a decision. Like, can't we just have fun? Can we just pretend this isn't happening? You know, it's that kind of energy. Like, can we just ignore this? This person could have also taken some time out to think about, you know, what they want to do, what decision they want to make, trying to connect to their intuition, trying to get out of their head and into their feelings as well. So they could have taken some time out for that as well, which would have resulted maybe in some sort of quiet time. Maybe you didn't speak for a little bit. You know, maybe you put it on them like, you know, I'm not really into short-term flings, or I'm not really into, like, or basically I'm into the 10 of coins. Are you? And maybe they had to think about that. And maybe that gave them a lot to think about here with these 2 cards. Like, wow, what really is my answer to that? How do I really feel about that? And maybe some fears came up and they were like, wow, I didn't know I had these fears. And you're really making them think about it because they like you. And it could have been about a week, it's looking like here. Maybe it's been about a week, 2 weeks maybe, that you haven't spoke, maybe a whole month that you haven't spoke or didn't speak. But this person's got to decide whether or not they're brave enough to take a chance. So what they would like to do is be brave enough with the Chariot card there and pull it together. They don't like being on their own. They don't like feeling left out of the cold from you. Yeah, you bring this warmth into their life. Interestingly, Capricorn had the Queen of Wands in their subconscious. And I often, especially from this deck, I don't know why, I always relate the Queen of Wands to Cancer. And then I see the Queen of Swords as Virgo. I don't know. So yeah, it looks like there is a Capricorn that definitely has a Cancerian on their mind. Yeah, and you are a very good match. And I was going to say the potential for this is exponential. That's what I got when I was first shuffling the cards. That saying came to me, and I can now see as well here that you have the Emperor and the Empress. And I also, when I was looking at the cards, I thought, wow, you know, Cancer and Capricorn, if any 2 signs in the zodiac, from my perspective, were the most compatible. Maybe other people might say something different, but personally, just those 2 signs, I think they're really compatible. I think they share a lot of the same values. They really complement each other. They really are the yin and the yang of, you know, the zodiac. You know, Cancer is all feminine, and Capricorn is also a feminine sign, but is very much outwardly focused, but still that feminine energy of trying to like focus on family and tradition and security, you know, money, you know, those kind of feminine maybe issues or elements. But otherwise, I see them as like really compatible. I think Capricorns really need sometimes that softness because they could be so outwardly focused on work, all those things. Whereas a Cancer will say, no, let me bake you a cake. Let me make you a lovely meal. I thought that you might need, you know, this done for you or that done for you. And the Cancerians are very nurturing. And I think that can really soften a Capricorn. And I think they do need that because Capricorns can get very caught up in their work. And at the same time, Cancerians can sometimes get so caught up in their emotions and how they feel and, you know, those things that sometimes they need that someone to bring in that kind of really harsh dose of reality. I know it's like with my mom anyway. But yeah, to be not so soft, not so much of a walkover sometimes. I mean, you are pretty strong individuals, but, you know, you are the Cup's energy. People, you know, people can play on your emotions, or you can be quite easily emotionally motivated. So if you care about someone and love someone and that person needs something, or, you know, you're more likely to help them, even if it means you're having to make a sacrifice, or a sacrifice that you'd rather not make. So if it's for your family especially. So if that person isn't honest, then, you know, you could be taken advantage of. And but Capricorn is the opposite. You can't take advantage of a Capricorn. You know, they're very straight and strict, and, you know, don't take any bull. So, but I mean, obviously no one is just like one sun sign. There's always different elements to signs. So Cancerian could be very multifaceted, and so could a Capricorn. But just generally speaking, just those two energies, I think they're great, I think, for a relationship. That's my personal opinion, and that's what I got. And then I'm seeing the Sun card here as well, which is showing compatibility. And then we got the Emperor and the Empress card, which again is showing this compatibility between you two. So yeah, I'm seeing a very kind of soulmated connection here as well, with the Four of Wands here in the near future and the Sun card. I mean, even the Devil card could represent a kind of maybe even a bit of a karmic bond, where you've been brought together to kind of learn certain lessons, to push this person out of this rut of thinking negatively or having a one-track mind when it comes to love and relationships, not believing that it could be anything more than just what they've experienced, but pushing them to kind of experience more things. It could be vice versa as well, but I really do think it's more the other person, it looks like. So yeah, they feel that you may just move on here, maybe with the Chariot card. You may just keep moving forward, and you may leave them out in the cold. You may leave them behind here. But with the Chariot card as well, this is very much about destiny. So this person could really feel like you are a kind of ideal for them, are part of their destiny. They maybe feel quite intuitively connected to you, and they may really want it to work here. The Chariot card usually wants to make something work, and overcome obstacles. And yeah, Capricorn, if it is Capricorn that you did with, they don't really give up. You know, if they set themselves a goal, they're most likely to really want to see it to fruition. So because they're usually quite goal orientated, so it may be that they don't want to let go of you. And again, I'm seeing that here, where they've got this woman who's not wanting to let go of this man here. So yeah, they really do, I think, enjoy the comfort that you bring. And even the Four of Cups can actually talk about being very comfortable. It doesn't always mean that someone is dissatisfied or not accepting love. Sometimes it could be just being really comfortable where you are and not wanting anyone else. So this person could be very kind of focused on you, and I think you do provide some comfort to them. You make their world not seem so cold. and you make them maybe feel like they're going somewhere. You've maybe given them some sort of direction, you know. So yeah, but this person could also just, with the 8 of Cups here and the 5 of Coins, they could just feel like you're going to move on. You're going to just leave them out in the cold, and there's nothing that they can do about it. So in the near future, we've got the King of Pentacles. This could be this person maybe wanting to establish a relationship with you, or you being, again, still quite focused on this person. Or maybe it's, you know, if it doesn't work out with this person, this is you getting really clear. Maybe this person had a lot of qualities that you liked and you thought, you know what, I want to go for someone like this again. If I go for someone, it's going to be someone like this Capricorn that I met, or this Earth sign that I met. And you're very, again, focused on long-term relationships. You haven't lowered your standards in any way. You haven't really bent. You're still quite stubborn, I feel, as well, in your pursuit for this a long-term relationship. And it could also be, like I said, you're just being still very fixed on this person. Or it could also show a commitment, an established commitment here. Okay, so how they feel is the Page of Rods and the 3 of Swords. So with the Page of Rods here, it's showing to me that they are curious about a new beginning, curious about what else is out there, or what could come from this relationship, and willing to give it a try, being more brave, taking more risks, you know, allowing their curiosity to get to them rather than their doubts, being a bit more open-minded. However, the 3 of Swords talks about a separation, disappointment as well. So I don't know if this is them. Again, maybe both of you kind of realize that, or maybe for this month in November, there is maybe a separation. We do have the 8 of Cups now and the 3 of Swords. So it could be that for a time, there is a separation between you two. Maybe you have an argument, potentially, as well. But they're not happy about it. They're actually quite sad about it. And we saw that they said they thought that they would feel sad about it. Yes, this person's really disappointed about how things have gone. They don't like the fact that you're not around. And I think it's making them think, maybe I should give this a try with the Page of Rods. Maybe I should just really let go of all the burdens. Because the Page of Rods can be almost like the Fool card in a way. All the fire energy can kind of be like that. Some of the nights, it's like really letting go of all the baggage, all the crap that's been holding you back, and just moving forward and exploring and seeing what could come, what's out there, opening up your mind. So I feel that the more stubborn you are, the more you stick to what it is that you are expecting from the relationship and not budging, this person realizes what it could be like to lose you, and therefore kind of takes a risk. Because I do see the Empress, the 4 of Wands, and everything else as you move on into November. If I've said October, I apologize. We are in October and my brain is slightly slow, sorry. So yeah, it could be that maybe come the end of November, at some point in November, as this all kind of materializes and comes to pass, that there is actually kind of a coming together, or at least you kind of starting to be on the same page. I do see a commitment here as well. The 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands, the Empress card, the Emperor card. I do see a commitment here. However, we do also see the 7 of Wands, which may be really what this is showing, that this person's not going to let you go. This person's not going to give up on you. And they're really fighting. And they could have friends and around them that are quite pessimistic. Maybe their friends are a big influence on them, and they're always like, yeah, let's go for a drink, let's go and do this, let's go and have fun, let's not worry, let's not take relationships seriously, let's just have fun. And maybe they've been a big influence as well on that. And this can also talk about interference from other people, you know. And this could be this person trying to kind of get away from the crowds to take some time to really think about what it is that they do want. So we've got the Moon card here, your card. Although it's Pisces, it is also the Moon card, and the Moon represents or rules Cancer. So, you know, as this person comes to realize that it may be worth taking a risk, it feels better than being separated from you. With the Moon card here, maybe you start to feel a bit confused. Maybe there is a separation, you know, and you start not to, you know, you don't really know what's happening. Or maybe you start to get a bit of cold feet, you know, when this person says, okay, yeah, I'm ready. And then you're like, oh, okay. You know, maybe some fears come up for you, or maybe again, you don't trust this person totally, and you're learning how to really trust this person. And maybe that's where this is really important. You know, maybe that's where the communication really is important, where you express and you're honest with the fact that, you know, you're maybe a bit nervous about how this is going to go, or you know, what your concerns are, how it's making you feel, and you may want some more evidence of this. But this would also be you tapping into your intuition, feeling at home, because the Moon card would be where a Cancerian would feel at home, very much in their intuition, going with the flow, feeling creative. I feel like it's really showing you in your element here. But still, you may have some questions as well. You know, your intuition may be very, very good, and you may feel very happy, I think, with maybe this person maybe making this offer, or yeah, so you may be very happy, but you still might have questions. But really, I think there may be a separation here, and it caused this person to come closer to you. This happens all the time, you know, where that person goes away and thinks about it, and then they come back with the Four of Wands and Six of Wands, coming back towards you, wanting to feel, you know, your presence again in their life, and wanting to reunite and offer you something stable. And this is because of their instinct. This is because of how you made them feel. This is because of how happy they are when they're around you. Because of the security. And they may even realize that they are at a point where they are ready for maybe a family. And they recognize the value of family. And I think maybe you've made them realize the value of family, and, you know, that kind of connection where you feel free around a whole bunch of people that love you, that feeling of freedom and acceptance and appreciation. And they see this is really where their success lies, as much as they may have goals, maybe as a Capricorn or as an Earth sign, that really their success is with you. And I feel it's because you may have gone quiet as well. You may have pulled back. You may have gone inwards, as this person may be separated for some time, maybe 3 weeks, 3 days. You could have decided to pull back yourself and really go within and focus on yourself, basically. Find your own kind of lane again and get back into your element. Kind of pulled your energies back in rather than having them out for this person. And it makes this person, I think, come forward. Could also be a Leo you're dealing with, or an Aries even. Okay, so we see you very happy here, very comforted and feeling like, yeah, I think I'm in a relationship now. This is also the card of the wife. Again, I'm just seeing you very much in your element. This is a very kind of Cancerian energy as well, very feminine, very motherly, very nurturing. So you may be feeling very abundant. You may feel like you have all the extras. Like, you may also feel very proud of yourself that you handled the situation so well, and that, you know, you listen to your intuition with this person. And I feel like you feel very appreciated by this person. And then we've got this person feeling like, yep, I've decided. And they're going to keep on, I think, fighting for this. And with the Emperor and the Empress here, we do see a real connection here between two people. And maybe now you are his goal, you know. You are his focus. He now has maybe a reason for why he works so hard. And again, this is a family man and a family woman. This is a father and this is a mother. So it could be that they are also interested in talking about and, you know, looking at all those exponential potential possibilities that you mentioned before, and that, yeah, this could be something special. And I think they're going to fight for it. They're not going to let go of the connection. Okay, with the Seven of Wands, they're going to be quite determined to see it through. Now they've made their decision. And they feel like you're a winner, like this is a winning opportunity. And that it could only get better and better, kind of thing. So there is some like hurdles that have to be overcome, but it looks like the best possible outcome would be for you to stand in your truth if you really want to have a long-term relationship and that's what you want, to not budge from that. And you to kind of be this, because they say as well that the divine feminine is an immovable object. She stays and she's where she is and she doesn't move. And the masculine is the unstoppable force. So again, you can't stop the force, but when they meet, you know, they create this beautiful friction of, you know, love and harmony, etc. So I think it's important that you do stand your ground. We see this person maybe in movement, you know, maybe even a little bit fidgety. You know, he's got his legs crossed, got things, you know, things in his hand, he's looking around, you know, but she sits quite sturdy. So I think it is important for you to kind of fall into that feminine of, I know my worth and I'm not budging from what I know I want. That doesn't mean I can't still be loving to you or be your friend, etc. But I'm not going to entertain this relationship anymore until I know that you want and are committed to aiming for a long-term relationship. So the Page of Swords here is saying, please do, you know, make sure that you seek justice in the situation as well, and ask all the right questions, be honest, and keep communication, you know, flowing. Maybe a lot of messages being sent back and forth as well, but communication is key. And developing new ideas. So yeah, this is about this person. You're waiting for someone to develop new ideas about what love could be. So yeah, that's the reading, Cancer. I'm going to go ahead and take this through to the extended, where I use my clarifiers to look at the overall message that Spirit really wants you to take home with you. And then I also use the Mirror Love Oracle deck to look at what your strengths and weaknesses are in the relationship, what you're both learning, maybe on a more karmic, more fifth dimensional level. And then I will be looking at the Oracle deck, again, the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, just to see what messages Spirit has to say again. So we're just going to be further clarifying until we get right to the crux of the matter and the ultimate solution to any problems you're facing for November. So I love you all. If you'd like your own reading, please email me at persephonejourneytarot@gmail.com or symbolsforliving@gmail.com. All the details will be down below. Or visit my website to get your Christmas gifts early for your family. They will love it, I'm sure. They're unique, they're cute. You can even frame these as well. Some people frame them, put them in their fridge. Yeah, so take a look, visit my site and let me know what you think. I'm sure that you'll love it. Take good care. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.